Tonight we're here at Newcastle's Marathon Stadium for the annual City Country Clash. Conditions a little bit wet underfoot, some constant drizzle since about 5 o'clock, and joining us in commentary, Steve Roach. Blocker, how do you see it going?
Well, I see it as a great opportunity for a lot of the young players to show their wares in front of the New South Wales selectors. Let's have a look at the City side. Timmy Brusher is the fullback, the wingers, Hancock and Hopewade, the centres, Terry Hill and Michael Butner, the 5'8" and captain, Brad Fittler, the halfback is Jeff Tuvey, the forward pack is Jim Dimmick, Daniel Gartner and Steve Menzies, Mark Carroll, Colin Ward in the front row, and Darren Centre as a hooker, and they're coached by North Sydney's Peter Louis, while for the countryside, fullback Matt Sears, Willis and Albert make up the wingers, the centres, McGregor and Pearson, Gidley and Simon are the halves. Their forward pack at the moment is Kosef, Glanville, Goulet, Harrigan the captain, Gillespie and Cherry Mesher, and they're coached by Tommy Ridonicus. And Fatty, I think that the countryside might be a little bit underdone in the front row. Harrigan has only played about 20 minutes and David Gillespie hasn't played for 4 weeks.
Yeah, I'm going to tip City Block. I just think they'll be a little bit too classy all around the park. For what should be a pretty rugged clash, let's go to Andrew Voss for the call.
Thank you, Paul, and you've mentioned the wet conditions. This traditional battle as Paul Harrigan takes out country, but it has become a bit of a tradition in itself to have wet conditions. That's been the case the last couple of years in Wollongong. 2 close battles. And last year, country winners on the bell, 18-16. John Simon filling the number 7 jumper. There are only 4 of last year's squad backing up for tonight's match. The crowd very much affected by the wet conditions. A real downpour at around about 6 o'clock tonight. And if you were contemplating coming out, your decision at that time would have been to stay at home. Mark Glanville into the starting side. He'll be one of the favourites in front of the Newcastle fans. And Paul McGregor, the Illawarra centre. Terrific battle in the centres tonight. McGregor teaming up with Brandon Pearson. Up against Terry Hill. A real battle for state of origin positions. And now the City side, Brad Fittler. Always rises to the occasion for representative football. And this City side contains 8 Manly players. It is a very, very strong squad. From Brasher at the back to the new blood of Darren Centre and Colin Ward in the forwards. A lot of class around 5/8 and half. The fireworks here in Newcastle for the match. And Terry Hill, who missed selection last year for New South Wales. Big game tonight will get him close to lining up against Queensland again in '97. And for the first representative match of the year, David Manson, the man in charge. Country will run from right to left on your screens for the first half. And John Simon is the man who gets us underway. And this City side with Colin Ward in goal. Back to the 10-metre line. The defence is there first up, and Manson finds the tackle was a little high from Paul McGregor. It looked innocuous at first viewing. Maybe the replay will show.
Well, Colin Ward always runs a little bit low, and there was high, no doubt about it.
Great metres found with the kick for line. Mark Carroll, first touch for him. He's been a regular around this time of the year on the City side over the past 4 or 5 seasons. Ward gets his second touch. Glanville was over the top. City now just beyond their 30-metre line with Jim Dimmick. Parramatta star. Probably hasn't quite found his best form this season. Carroll, second touch in the set of 6. 5 short of halfway. Paul Harrigan was swarming in. His second tackle in this set of 6. Fittler has put the ball down. Country unable to come up with a football.
Well, you don't see Brad Fittler make this mistake many times. Just have a look at him, took his eyes off the football.
He's on tackle 4, so the scrum on the 40-metre line. John Simon working the short side for Pearson. He found form last weekend, Brandon Pearson, very timely for Western Suburbs. In the match against St George last Saturday, a pushing match with Terry Hill. Hill pushes back, and Kosef is the man who carries forward. Dylan Dimmick driving in the tackle. Mesher working for Harrigan, running an angle. Ward was waiting with Daniel Gartner. Mesher here for Goulet. Batter his way for 5 metres. They're 25 out from the City line. Country with an early opportunity to apply some pressure. Gidley with his first touch. The left foot kick turns Hancock around. 5 out from his own goal line. Hancock able to come up comfortably with possession. Gidley has achieved star status with the Newcastle Knights.
Well, he's very skillful. That's just one of the skills that he does possess. A beautiful little kicking game as Carroll now batters his way out. You know, David Gillespie hasn't actually played a game of football for 5 weeks. Hasn't been able to get on the park for Manly. This is his first game in that period.
Last tackle right now for City. 15 inside their own half. Fittler this time gets a handle on it and kicks straight down the centre of the park. Matt Sears has been one of the stars of the Optus Cup this year. Despite North Sydney not faring so well, Sears' form has been outstanding. Out of trouble with young Darren Albert. A big occasion for him in the country jumper. Also on home soil for the Newcastle Knights. Now Mesha. I guess if you could say there were controversial selections, his was one. There was a keen battle with Jerry Mesha and Nathan Brown. Pearson to halfway. Hill again was first man across. Dimmick and Ward the assist. And Glanville now for Country inside the City half. Gartner was the tackler. This is the last tackle for Country. Simon getting his kick past Tim Brasher. Perfectly weighted from John Simon. So Brasher from his own in goal. The Country jumpers are there in numbers. Mesha was the first man up. And City again have to work from their own danger zone. John Hopawate. Hopawate goes over the 30-metre line. Hill is there in support, but Sears. Fine tackle from Matty Sears. Now Tuvey. Fittler. He's got Buettner on his outside. Finds Gartner running wide. 45 out from the Country line. Tuvey. Here's for Colin Ward. The Country defence is settled now. Tuvey. Fittler. Working the right side of the field. Hill. Now Menzies. Hill was a decoy. Menzies gets through the Kosef tackle. Back for Hancock. City only 15 metres out from the Country line at the last tackle. They rarely have them stretched. Fittler. He had the option of running the football. Threads the kick through for Dimmick. And Country able to clean up the flying Darren Albert across.
Ah, great play there by City. It's not hard to see why Manly are running first in the competition. First Hopawati and then Steve Menzies making some great buffs. And on the end of it, they had some space out wide, but Fittler took this option, a pretty good one. And Jim Dimmick nearly got there, but nice work by Albert.
Interesting to look at the recent clashes between City and Country. Neither side has won back-to-back years since Sydney in 1990-91. So on that basis, it's time for a City victory tonight as Carroll comes back in the Mark Glanville tackle. First in the set of 6, 25 out from the Country line. Centre working here for Ward. Very busy opening from Colin Ward. Grand finalist with St George in 96. Now Tuvey. Fittler. Menzies is on his outside. Fittler picks out Brasher. The fence driving across was in the shape of Scott Goulet. Tuvey here for centre at first receiver. Tuvey gets another chance at dummy half. 10 metres out from the Country line. To the left side. Fittler. Then a nice ball for Ward, but the defence in his face. It was Matthew Gidley. Last tackle. Buettner is the man kicking. There's plenty of City jumpers there. Willis, it's Brasher who puts it down. It'll be a knock-on against City and back to the 20.
Well, when Buettner put that kick up, it just seemed to be a case of which City player would nab it. A great cross kick there. Only one Country player out there. And a couple got there late. And Brandon Pearson foiled the party.
Now Scott Goulet for Country. Steve Roach on the sideline. Big start to the match. The likes of Dimmick and Carroll heavily involved.
Yeah, well, they're more the senior players. Every side needs a Mark Carroll in these sort of representative games, and his hit-ups early in the match have been strong. It looks to me like David Gillespie is struggling a little bit. Hopawati ran around him in that first break that City made.
The Country was Simon working the right side through the hands of Albert and over the sideline. They were looking to pick up the tempo, working that short side, but it came tragically undone.
Those players out wide overrunning the pass. This game is going to suit the players like Carroll, and especially Colin Waters. Cement gets an early rest. Wayne Richards has gone on for him. He's a local boy, went down to Illawarra for a season, now back in the Newcastle colours and playing very well. Hopewadi now with the football.
Yeah, Wayne Richards, his original base being Singleton. City are 5 inside their own half. Slow play of the ball as McGregor took his time to clear the ruck. Dimmick running at that man, Wayne Richards. Just inside country territory. Centre working here for Carroll. Carroll strong again into the tackle of Paul Harrigan. Plenty of memories come flooding back to their clash when Newcastle met Manly a few seasons ago. One of the best collisions we've seen. That ball's put down by Menzies. It looked a simple play, but it again came undone, this time though for the City side. A look of disgust on the face of Stephen Menzies.
Well, we're going to get this all night, really. The ball no doubt slippery, although that one nearly went through his chest. Beaver.
Again, the chief, Paul Harrigan leaving.
Now from country, Paul Harrigan coming to the sideline. He's gone all the way to the dressing room, Paul Harrigan. Get a report from Blocker shortly as country winning this scrum. Young Gidley. Almost probing there. Fittler's walked away limping from the challenge in the tackle. Butner made it. Here's Kosev working for Pearson. Inside City territory. Cherry Mesher. John Simon. Now Bill Dunn. First taste of representative football for the gallant Bill Dunn from Western Suburbs. Gidley pushes along here for McGregor. Good bend on Michael Butner from McGregor. The ball thrown inside country, able to retain possession. 25 metres out. Simon here with Richards. Now Sears, Kosev. 25 out. Pearson can't handle the pass, or can he? It comes up in the hands of Jeff Tooby. Now Hancock back to the 30-metre line, just as country was starting to look a little dangerous.
And the country boys trying to get the football out wide as often as they can. McGregor and Pearson, of course, their two most potent attacking weapons, seeing plenty of football.
Colin Ward taken in the tackle of Pearson. Pearson is a player that his coach Tom Radonicus has no doubts he's ready for Origin football. Gartner is held up there, backslammed in the tackle. Goulet and Glanville. Now Tooby back with the right side is Jim Dimmick. From the back will come young Matt Sears over the 20-metre line. Not really the best of kicks from Jim Dimmick. A net gain of less than 20 metres. It's with Willis. It's been a bit of a regular in the country Origin lineup. Now Kosev. From Cobar originally before linking up with Manly. Here it is with Dunn. Gets inside the City half. Menzies and Tooby, the two Manly players combining. Mesher for Goulet. Running one off from the ruck and a step. Got through the tackle of Carroll. They're 35 out from the City line. This is the last tackle for country. Almost a knock on a dummy half. Simon puts up the high ball. Brasher is back. He's turned around. Timmy Brasher. It bounces nicely for him. But I dare say he lost it for a moment there, Tim Brasher.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Bossy. He thought he had it covered, but the ball just kept going and going. And a bit of luck in the end that it just kept bouncing forward. Plenty of country chases there too.
We'll just go to Blocker while we've got the chance. What's the story with the Chief?
Yeah, it's a slight hip injury. Apparently he carried into the game, and there's a twinge at the moment, so the doctor's just having a look at him now. But I'm sure he'll be back, the Chief.
Country captain for this match. Now with Hopewadi. Hopper in the tackle of McGregor. He's not everyone's hero, John Hopewadi. He gets the treatment in the tackle there. It's actually his first night in Sydney colours tonight, John Hopewadi. He's already played for his country and for the Blues. The first time for Sydney. Fittler. Yet to run the football. Dimmick. Chance on the right. With it is Hill. Pearson. Inside the country half. City with Menzies. He's got Gartner there in support. Menzies saw a gap which closed there between Dunn and Richards. This is the last tackle for City. Fittler running to the line. Inside ball. Dimmick had probably changed his angle. Fittler decides to tow it through. Sears is there at the back. So Sears takes off across field. Tooby comes up. Now Albert. Probably the fastest man out there, Darren Albert. Trapped by Michael Butner.
And that's why you can't give Matt Sears any room. He just drifted across the field, plenty of speed to link up with his other speed man, and unlucky not to get the football back. They're doing a good job here, Country, getting out of their own territory.
And Paul Harrigan is back out there now for the Country side. Richards back to the bench. And Country in possession now, 10 inside their own half. Here is the Chief. 2 halfway. It was a beautiful tackle from Fittler. Last play he was Simon. Again, he's found some space between Hopewadi and Brasher. This one dribbling towards the sideline, finds the line. So a tight opening to the match. 13 minutes gone, no score, City and Country. Welcome back to Newcastle. No points as yet. And Jeff Tuvey from the scrum base. To the 20-metre line, a busy night of Friday night football on Channel 9. Here's Colin Ward. Short of the 30-metre line in the Harrigan tackle. Carroll lumbers forward. City now employing a shorter passing game for the first 2 or 3 tackles. Now they spread it wide for Menzies. On it comes for Hill. Pearson is there again. He misses the tackle this time. Hill in the clutches of Willis. So points there to Terry Hill past Brandon Pearson. An intriguing battle already between the two centres. Tuvey with Butner, and a leap to catch the pass on the Country 40-metre line. 5 tackles used up by the City side. Fittler calling the shots. This kick placed to Albert's wing. But again, precision is not really there with the City kicking game.
Yeah, Brandon Pearson's a very good player, but New South Wales selectors here watching him tonight wouldn't be impressed with that type of defence. A really good run by Terry Hill, just pushed him off and then made another 20 metres.
Country now with Goulet. Oh, he's lost it in the tackle. Strip, says David Manson. Tuvey was low in the tackle. The second man coming in. I just wonder whether he was losing control of the football in any case as he was headed for the ground.
For mine, it was just like a cold loss. A bit of luck goes the Country boys' way. People here in Newcastle enjoy that.
He received a nice kick along in the match previous to this one. The Country first match against the Sydney Metros. Country first winning that 18 points to 0. So setting it up for the main event. Here is Simon picking off Goulet, Gartner, and Tuvey combining. Tuvey up in the front line for City. No surprise with that. Mesha working across now. Kosev fires that ball inside for Glanville. The offload back for Mesha. No holes in the City defence. 25 metres out now, Country. Simon. Gidley. And he's outside of Sears. They put them through on the chase. Hancock is able to let this one dribble over the sideline. Not bad tactics from Country.
No, it's good because Gidley runs to the line, brings the defence up, and then he puts the kick in. The blokes are flying out wide. Pearson and Willis, but well shielded there by Hancock. Never in doubt.
The last time we came to Newcastle for a City Country clash was in '94. Country won that match by 22 points to 2, and that's just about the biggest winning margin we've had in many years. Here's Hancock. Held up in the Pearson tackle. Tuvey, a long ball from dummy half. Fittler for Brasher. Brasher looking it around. McGregor sends Hopewadi inside. A good defence out wide from Gidley. Just 19 years of age. Now Gartner. 15 metres inside their own half, City. Carroll had Ward on his outside. Mark Carroll taken by Goulet. Centre decides to switch to the left side. Glanville was around his legs. Centre has been, well, the most consistent Tiger over the past 2.5 seasons. The kick from Fittler. Sears is again inside his own 10-metre zone. And you've basically got 12 City jumpers in front of him. Sears unable to get back to the 20. They were all there on the chase, the City team. Now Country out of trouble with Albert. On the sideline, it's been impressive stuff from young Matthew Gidley so far. Very confident.
Yeah, he's been outstanding. It doesn't seem like it's phased him playing opposite of the Australian captain, Brad Fittler. He's put in a couple of good kicks, Gidley, and also cut off every movement that City have made.
Here's Kosev. He'll take a bit of pressure off Gidley too if there are any problems. He's a great talent, Nick Kosev. Now Simon, nice tackle for Country. His chases this time are offside. I notice Glenn Morrison is out there now, the Tiger back rower. And Hancock, nice defence from Pearson. Cutting down on the 30-metre line, Hill. There's Morrison on in 16, replacing Scott Goulet. Tuvey. Cross with Gardner. The jink as he got to his Manly teammate, Kosev. Glanville was the assist for Country. Dimmick. Chopped down in the tackle of David Gillespie. City pushing along now for Fittler, kicking before the last. This time he's got some space, but Sears has made a perfect start to the game, no mistakes. He gets to the tackle of Hancock and Hill. Country inside their own 20. This is Darren Willis, one who hailed from Lithgow way back before entering Premiership football. Morrison, his first touch, got past centre. Now Gillespie, pushed along by Gidley to McGregor. They're making the tackle. Michael Butner, the replacement for an injured Jamie Ainscough. Ainscough pulling out of the side only yesterday. And John Simon, last tackle, thought about passing on the outside, and well, the kick's out on the full. I think he would like to pass now, wouldn't he?
No, and this might be the break that one of the teams has been looking for. Not much happening in the match so far, break-wise. But City, good field position for them, right around the halfway mark.
He's caught out in two minds, John Simon. And now City, 40 metres out from the Country line with Gardner. Darren centre. Menzies scored his first try of the year last weekend in Manly's win over Newcastle. 25 out, geez, skinny 10 metres from Manson on that play. Tuvey across for Fittler, inside for Brasher, stepping through the centre, then for Gardner. Harrigan around the legs, but they're now 25 metres out from the Country line. Tuvey up on the line, Dimmick for Menzies, then for centre, able to bump away from Kosev. With tackles is Manson. Tuvey, a real chance to run at Fittler, able to juggle the ball, then onto the left foot. Albert is back there for Country. But I'm sure Brad Fittler was looking to shovel that ball along the line.
I think he just likes to make things look harder than they are, you know. Puts the fumble on and then puts the left footer in. But straight to Albert.
No score, 21 minutes gone. And Richards is the man who had the carry to halfway in the Gardner tackle. This is Kosev making some ground now. Paul Richards, having played the ball, found himself back in motion. 30 metres out. Last play this time for Country. Simon, a number of his chases are offside. Brasher again is turned around. And a great take from Tim Brasher. We'll come back to the 20. We'll take a break. No score, City and Country. Back with the action here in Newcastle, and tight tussle as City coughed up on the first tackle. It was Dimmick, and Billy Dunn comes back. Here is a chance for Country. Mesha, Kosev. Kosev finds Pearson. Hill makes the tackle. He's ahead of Brandon Pearson so far, if it is a one-on-one battle. Willis taken, ball and all by centre. But creeping closer now, Country. Simon skips out Richards with a pass. Gidley. Then inside comes McGregor. Running into the Menzies tackle. Glanville gets them started again. The short side. Simon, some quick hands. They decide to come back to the left with Sears. Sears was looking for an inside runner. Billy Dunn was there. Sears, the floating pass. Past Morrison, fielded by Pearson, back for Morrison. Well, batted on for Glenn Morrison it was. Last tackle for Country. Willis, Kosev. They want the ball to come wide. Simon eventually gets it. Now he has time to kick. And the pressure this time will be on John Hopewadi. Albert coming through. Hopewadi puts it down. Brasher is with it for City. He gets past the 10-metre line.
Oh, lucky for Hopewadi there that Brasher was around, or that could have been a Country try. It was a great kick from Simon. Albert comes through. And if that had been a Country try, Hopper might have got a pat on the head.
Looking at that replay, Albert really had his eyes set on Hopewadi rather than the ball. 10 inside their own half, City. Josh Stewart now on. He was the man in the previous ruck. Last play for City, Tuvey. Thank you for Craig Field. So all the bench players getting a run. Sears turned around. They are, of course, related. Matt Sears and Craig Field. So an occasion for them as Sears goes across field. Butner makes the tackle, and no surprise, Field is there to finish it off.
Well, these two City players might liven things up. Josh Stewart's a very rugged customer. He loves to hit the ball up hard. And Craig Field, of course, one of the best players going around. Lively little bloke. He'll smarten them up.
So down in centre, the player off to be slotting into hooker and Field into halfback. Could well be the way it will be for New South Wales. Pearson ran into a Dimmick tackle. Now Mesha. Back with Simon. This kick straight down the throat of Tim Brasher. Has the opportunity here to position Hancock. He runs away from Hancock and into Morrison. The two Tigers meet. Field. Then for Gartner. 10 inside their own half, City. Field working a blindside. There are only two men on the left, and Butner an easy target for the defence. Richards and Simon, the tacklers. Here it is at Tuvey. Fittler showing the ball now, Brad Fittler for Terry Hill. He'll able to stand and offload back for Ricketson. Coming up with a tackle, Mark Glanville. Tuvey darts out of dummy half. Was half through as Kosev was having none of the dummy, and here's a penalty, and it was going to be on the last tackle too.
It's a bonus for the City team, but Jeff Tuvey's the man. If he goes to dummy half, which he has, he will be the man to be watched by the Country defence. That when he was playing dummy half last year for the New South Wales side, Queensland found it very hard to contain him. He was, I reckon, the man of the series for that dummy half work on its own.
So this set of 6 starts 25 metres out from the Country line, and this is Stewart, a Manly junior, has been with the Bears since '91. They're 15 out as Gartner standing in the Mesha tackle. Goulet was forced to come over the top and prevent the offload. Tuvey for Field, back, the switch now, Tuvey, Brasher, 10 out from the line. Country defence holding firm with Kosev. Tuvey here for Ricketson. Really out driving in the tackle. Cherry Mesha, technically a very good defender. Field, spiralling pass for Fittler. Inside was Menzies. 5 out from the Country line. Morrison was there, read it well. Last tackle, kick high from Field. Rain here at Newcastle, batted back by Brasher. Then it comes for Ricketson. Manson says offside. The palm off from Timmy Brasher.
That's all the go these days in rugby league, the bat back. And it's another one. Here it comes. The BB from Brasher. And Colin Ward was offside. I have to say, though, both defences have been very strong tonight. Not too many missed tackles at all.
And Richards from the free kick. It is the Country 30-metre line. Dimmick off the field. He was facing a slight leg problem. He's getting some treatment on the bench at the moment as Country get a penalty inside the 10. Manson had played some advantage. Steve Roach, the full story with Jim Dimmick.
Yeah, it's a cork knee for Jimmy Dimmick. I'm sure they're going to give him a rest till half-time, and we'll see him in the second half for the City side.
Bit of rain falling now, Blocker, is there?
Yes, mate, beautiful down here on the sideline. Love me job.
Country coming up with a knock-on early, and any chance they had just goes out the door. City will have the scrum feed, 15 inside their own half. There was the pass for Morrison. Then Morrison. And a stormer last Friday for the Tigers against North Sydney. Was man of the match as Fittler. Here is space for Brad Fittler. Over the 40-metre line. Sears has him in his sights now. Hancock. And the Willis tackle back inside. It's still play on and City lose it at the death. Hill and Ricketson were on the inside. It'll come back to the 20.
Well, he's ruled a 20-metre tap kick for the Countryside. They've got out of this one. Fittler, beautiful run. He put the foot down. The gap was there. He went straight through. Went looking for support. Hancock was out wide. It's a nice tackle from Willis to pull him down. To desperation pass inside. And from here, it's all over the place. The last, I've got to say this, the ball did go off a Country player last for mine.
It looked like Scott Gourlay. It's just if Manson ruled the ball off Hill in the vicinity of Ricketson forward. It's Morrison. It's inside the City half. Ward from behind. Koseff. Gidley. Here for McGregor. Butner there to make the tackle. He needed Hopewadi's assistance. Last tackle. Manson having some trouble with his 10 metres, I must say, at the moment, as Simon kicking through. Tuvey is the man back for City, and he has to just give it a little touch over the dead ball line.
Manson checking now. Jeff Tuvey, no doubt about it. Just wondering what he was doing back there. It looked like he was out in the wing for a moment, Tubes. Just good cover defence from him. He was looking for one more roll. He might have got it, actually, but couldn't take the chance.
It's a little over 10 minutes remaining in this first half. It was a wet night in Newcastle. Plenty of rain this afternoon. Right now with John Simon, the Country halfback. Well, it's no demonstration of coming back at the line with any great speed. He was looking for a runner. Failed to find one. Gidley. 25 out from the City line. Menzies was the tackler. Mesha quickly for Koseff. Koseff trying to ignite this Country side. He's been close to their best in the first half, Nick Koseff. Simon. Over the head of Gourlay. Gidley. Nice work on the bounce. Matthew Gidley. Fittler. 5'8" on 5'8" there to make the tackle. Sears. Simon. McGregor. He's got Koseff there in support. Trying to stand in the Butner tackle. He got through Butner, then through Tuvey. Koseff inside the 10-metre line. Cement finds himself with the ball 5 out. Then for McGregor. McGregor gets over the tie line. Manson has a close look and awards the 4 points. Paul McGregor a try for Country, and Gillespie's thrown the final pass.
Guy's a genius, Cement. McGregor, he looks like he might have hurt himself in banging the ball down, but put another log on the fire, cook me up some bacon and some beans. The Country boys have got one. It's try time. Some good stuff here. McGregor sets it up. In the end, he scores it. So it's wonderful work by him. He's actually gone down on the tackle, and he ends up scoring the try. Some nice work from Gillespie as well. McGregor gets up and beats one. He's a very elusive player. And they're there, the Country boys. You'd have to say, maybe against the run of play, City have probably looked the better in the attacking facet to the game. But Country, through some pretty ordinary defence, some missed tackles, have come up with the first try.
Koseff kept it alive. McGregor able to finish it off. A product of Dapto. Now 29 years of age, and Paul McGregor came into first grade late. Has had a bit of a checkered path with injuries, but still a real attacking star. John Simon is the first choice kicker for Country. Driving rain, as you can see now. 25 metres out, and this is 5 in from touch for a 6-0 lead for the Country boys. convert the Paul McGregor try. Simon looks great off the boot from Johnny Simon, successful. So Country lead this one by 6 points to 0. You've got your instructions from Fatty, something about beans and fire. We'll take a break. Welcome back. Country in front by 6 points to 0. And Timmy Brasher with a restart. Only as far as the Country 20-metre line. And the rain as heavy as it's been for quite some time. And there's been plenty of it. Well, the shoulder went missing there in the tackle. 10 inside their own half. Gillespie trying to set something going again as Kosef was taken there by Field. I can only give Nick Kosef a rap again. He's really approaching this as a stepping stone to State of Origin football. And he wants to be in the starting side. Simon, Morrison. Held up by Gartner. They've used up 5 tackles, Country. Simon steering the ship. This is the left footer this time. One bounce trapped by Brasher. Thinking of giving Hancock a run. No chances taken by Timmy Brasher. And the tackle of Jerry Mesher. Now Ricketson. 30-metre line. Roosters back rower, Luke Ricketson. Was also on the bench in last year's match. Now Field. Short pass almost forward there to Stewart. No call from the touch judge. 5 inside their own half. Fittler. Again, a little show of the ball, and Hill got it very late. The defence was all but a metre from him when he received the football. It's the last. Fittler back, put down there by Craig Field. Now under pressure, Craig Field tries to pass, knocked down into the hands of Pearson. So Country come up with possession inside the City half. Mesher, they've got the tails up the Country side. Gidley, then for McGregor. Inside pass. Albert has to go back. And in possession. 35 from the City line. Simon. Kosef. Wants a runner down the right side. Darren Albert is the man and popped a clip there across from Steve Menzies. He was falling though, Darren Albert. Now Cement. Standing on the 20-metre line for John Simon. Simon looking for that gap. Menzies and Carroll were there in defence. 15 from the City line. Gidley inside for Goulet. He changes his direction. Finds McGregor. Butner is there for the tackle. He is having a devil of a time trying to contain Paul McGregor. Michael Butner. It's the last for Country. Seizes the man with the bomb. It comes across field. Pearson. That's it. Well, he tried to get it back and went forward into the arms of Jeff Tooby.
They're playing some very good football, the Country boys, and no surprise to see Paul McGregor getting a mile of football. Every time he gets it, he threatens danger. Giving Michael Butner a pretty tough time out there tonight.
There was the back from Pearson that went wrong. In the meantime, a penalty to the City side. Only 4 minutes out from half-time. In these sort of conditions, I don't think we're going to have a high-scoring match. Tooby here for Carroll. Oh, Harrigan went looking for Mark Carroll. He got him, and Carroll's up swinging. Just the right hand.
Well, it was on, and it was off as soon as it was on. Carroll threw one, and that was it.
Well, Manson had blown his whistle very early, and his grievance here is with the tackle from Harrigan on Carroll, first up.
No doubt about it. Harrigan went looking for him all right. This goes back a couple of years, and there it was, just the one punch thrown.
Well, Spuds put the right hand into his shoulder. Oh, he's creeping up high. And
there was a right, not a bad right, but the Chief didn't want to go on with it.
Bounced off the shoulder and found the ear.
Yeah, Sanity prevailed there. That was good to see.
All of a sudden, some fire in the match. Carroll and Harrigan, the antagonists. And cautions all around here now from the far side of the ground. John Hopewadi with a bemused look on his face. What's going on here? The touchy from the far side of the ground, which is putting in the report against Hopper.
Yeah, he's saying that Hopewadi dived at the legs of the country player who kicked the ball last. Might have been Matt Sears who put that bomb in. But I've got to say that I saw that incident, and I thought it was okay. He dived just trying to knock the ball down.
Here's Carroll again, and here is Harrigan again. Round 2, crowd lifting. Carroll was driven sideways in the tackle. Demick. In the meantime, it is City who are really on the attack now. Only 10 metres out from the country line. It's a slow play the ball. It's Toogie, Field, Fittler. It's got Ricketson. Fittler! All the way, Brad Fittler for City. Around the outside of Nick Cosset. And Freddie Fittler puts City on the board.
He's had a great game tonight, Brad Fittler. This is why he's the Australian captain. One of the best players going around, no doubt about it. Some shoddy country defence. It's actually not a bad defensive line, but it's been a complete lack of communication there. Kossoff dropped off back on the inside because a decoy went through, and there was the gap, and Fittler, like shelling peas it was. Some good stuff. Keep your eyes on number 13 in the defensive line there. Just drops off a shade. It was Ricketson back on the inside who drew him.
Brad Fittler has played for Sydney Origin since '91, and Steve Roach, he's always been a fine performer. I said right at the top, he always rises to the occasion.
Well, isn't it great to see him run the football? We know that he had groin injuries last year. He was virtually exclusively a ball player last season. Great to see him running the ball now.
Craig Field has the kick. 44 points this year for Manly. Wearing 15 on his back tonight. He's kicked 18 from touch and 20 out. Craig Field, the rain still heavy, and Field is wide with the first kick. So country maintain a lead. 6-4 the score. The McGregor try is answered by the City captain, Brad Fittler.
And I've got to say, there's no doubt about it, the City team has looked better when Field has been at halfback and Jeff Turvey into that dummy half role. And that's no disrespect to any other player that's been in those positions. Darren Centers had a pretty good game when he was on there, but Jeff Turvey in that role, he's just a genius in there, and Field doing his job at halfback.
Simon, a driving restart. Well fielded there by Hancock. It'll be difficult as the ball gets a little greasier now. Billy Dunn made the tackle on Hancock. Brasher. Dunn makes a double. Just outside their own 20-metre line. Josh Stewart. Now the crowd is on the edge of their seats waiting for Mark Carroll's next hit up. It's Tuvey. Hopewadi getting a little closer. 5 inside the country half. Harrigan was there for the tackle on Hopewadi. Tuvey. Here's Mark Carroll. Meshamed in front on. They're inside the country half. They've used up 5 of 6. Here with Field. Kicking. Sears has a chase this time. Perfectly weighted kick by Craig Field. Sears from his own in goal, the stumble. Gets Hancock up there, and Sears gets out to the field of play. Ricketson makes the tackle. Did well, Matt Sears. Now Darren Willis. You'll see plenty of players on the open side of the field when Sears got the football. Through Cooney back to the left, he was able to get back to the field of play. The halftime siren has sounded. Friday night football. In the wet, we have a 2-point margin the way of country. A try to Paul McGregor, a goal to John Simon. The City a try to Brad Fittler. We'll take a break. Country leading City by 6 points to 4. Back with more in a moment. Welcome back to Marathon Stadium. Paul Harrigan takes out the country troops. 1 try apiece in that first half. And a goal from John Simon providing the 2-point difference. A hearty crowd tonight. The rain really has set in now. And let's have a look at some of the first half statistics.
Yeah, she's a dirty old night here now. But just the first thing I noticed was all the tackles. Look at that. That's 370 tackles in one half of football. That shows how tight it is. Shows that it's a wet weather game. Mainly forward rucks and forward hit-ups. Missed tackles pretty good. Handling areas. The handling actually has been very, very good tonight. And you can see the City have had 4 line breaks against countries too, but not able to convert that into a winning lead.
Respective kicking games, particularly from John Simon tonight. It's been good. Tim Brash has been on the end of all those Simon kicks. So both teams now out there. John Simon, good game last week for Parramatta against Illawarra as the Eels return to the winners list.
There's been some good performers out there tonight. I thought Sears did very well in that first half. McGregor was great. Nick Costa probably their best forward as far as the country and city. Brasher was strong. Hill went well. Hopewadi had some good moments, and Tuvey and Dimmick.
So second half now underway with Tim Brasher for City, and this country side looking to win back-to-back years in this annual battle. And we said earlier that hasn't been achieved since City in 1990-91. I notice Shane Rigon is out there for the second half for the City side, replacing Michael Butner, so his first taste of rep football at this level. He's gone through the grades at junior level. Country now with Glanville, just short of the 40-metre line. Field was low, Carroll over the top. Harrigan deciding to pass there for Sears, who backed into the Tuvey tackle. 5 up for country. Simon, he's going to get a kick away from inside the 40, and he's angled it, well, certainly to the touchline, but it slowed down in the wet conditions. Hancock finding Brasher. Held up on the 30-metre line by Willis. City now with Gartner. Let's go to Steve Roach, the halftime news from both rooms.
Yeah, well, Peter Louie was pretty happy with his City side performance in the first half. He'd like to see his team read the kicking game a little better, a little more ball security coming out of their own end. They've lost it a couple of times there. He said, look, you're making the breaks, you just got to finish them off. While for country, Tommy Riodonicus, he wants his team to keep it simple in this weather. He thinks that they're overrunning the football when they do go wide. They want a little bit more depth. And he said, let's get the ball right out to McGregor. He's causing problems every time. And he said penalties on the last tackle is the only thing that's costing us, so let's clear that up.
Saw the forward ball from Menzies to Fittler. Fittler was well and truly away. So McGregor slid into that tackle of Brasher just inside the City half. Kosef keeping it alive for country. A one-handed offload. Goulet, Simon. Gillespie was on his inside. Gidley then for McGregor. McGregor, all around his legs was Rigon. Still able to offload for Albert. Field has to make the tackle with Hopewadi, but country 35 metres out from the City line. Mesha here with Gidley. Gidley, a flat pass for Harrigan. Harrigan offloads back for Gillespie. Now Gidley, still 35 metres out. Cut out ball for Pearson, stepping off the left. And Dimmick and Hill are there to hold up Brandon Pearson. But they're inside the City 30. Kosef, Simon, trying to step through the tackle of Mark Carroll. From behind was Daniel Gartner. Now inside the 20, Gidley kicking. Well, Darren Albert was well back. He wasn't expecting the kick early. Hopewadi under no pressure.
Yeah, that was an ordinary kick, but you're going to get them in wet weather football. Oh, nearly a mistake there from Rigon. Plenty of time for Hopper to get into this one. They're going wide now, City, through Fittler.
Inside for Dimmick. Just outside their own 20. Sloppy play the ball from Dimmick. Tuvey making ground 7 or 8 metres, and he was on the end of a Gillespie shoulder. Tuvey got up, making a protest to referee Manson as Gartner almost striding through. Then for Menzies. Inside the country half. Menzies through another tackle. Goulet and Willis are there to finish him off, and then stripped of the ball. City get the penalty.
And starting to put it together, the City boys. First Gartner and Menzies. To see them go, they made 40 metres there for the City team. Just some strong running. A nice offload by Gartner, and Menzies carried them for 10 before the ball was stripped by Willis.
Big opportunity for City as Carroll storming forward. Harrigan was there as a second man. They're 15 metres out from the line. Colin Ward is back out there for City. Taken in the Glanville tackle. Tuvey has options left and right. Field is the man to the right and with it. Inside ball finding Dimmick. Dimmick trying to wrestle his way through the defence. Harrigan and Gidley there. 5 out from the line. Fittler, try scorer from the first half. Menzies puts the pass down. Country come up with it.
Yeah, Brad Fittler Drifting from one side of the rock to the other, looking for runners. He found Menzies, but look at the conditions. And the ball just went straight through Menzies' hands.
Country from their own 20, and Nick Kosseff. He has just been so busy. He was slammed there by Ward and Tuvey, but Kosseff has just kept going. It's Glanville. Good performance too from Mark Glanville. Late call up to the starting side. Mesha steals some valuable metres. 10 metres made by Cherry Mesha. Last tackle for Country. Again, Simon will have a chance from inside his 40. He doesn't get it. Gidley on the last play. Over the 40-metre line. Now for Albert. Darren Albert for Country. McGregor. 10 metres out from the city line. Rigon makes the try saver.
Oh, what a tackle there from Rigon. The City defence caught napping down that short side, down the blind side. Couple of weary props there. They'll go wide early. City looking for some advantage. There's a bit of space there.
Isn't it great, Paul, to see some newcomers to representative football? Gidley and Albert combining.
Here they are now. Look, there's Mark Carroll and Colin Ward. The props have worked very hard tonight. Couldn't control the situation. That pass looked dubious, but beautiful tackle from Rigon. A ball and all on McGregor. Not many can do that.
Prevented a certain try. City are with it. Tuvey. Making another 8 metres. Carroll stung by the previous tackle. Brasher. Now with some speed. Simon collars him very much. In every sense of the word, that tackle from John Simon on Tim Brasher. The last for City. Field stepping over the 40-metre line. That's come off the side of the boot from Craig Field. Change over the way of Country.
Changes coming thick and fast. He's gone pretty well, Dave Gillespie, tonight for his first run in over a month. And also Mark Carroll coming off. And Josh Stewart back on for the City boys.
Richards is the man. There's Carroll. Top one across the chops, I think, as Kosseff gets to the 20. Country leading by 2. Mesha, long pass from dummy half for Gidley. Across for Simon. Sears in the line, trying to weave his way through. Dimmick and Tuvey. Tuvey's tackle count mounting into the 20s. Oh, there's a long ball from Simon Kool-Aid. Here it is. With Glanville able to offload for Simon McGregor. Quick hands for Kosseff. Now for Albert. 5 out from the line and over the sideline.
Oh, looking dangerous, the Country boys. They're really warming up now. Some good play, interchange of passing. Glanville, the man here, through the nice dummy, got through one tackle and offloaded. That's invaluable. Look at this. This isn't even a tackle from Hopewadi. It's just a thump. Bang.
The ball comes out. Hanson wants it again. Field here for Shane Rigon. He was in fact a Canterbury junior, Shane Rigon, before linking with the Roosters. Pass is evaded. Terry Hill picked up here by Hancock. Country looking to force an error. City inside their own 20. It's Hill. Determined hit up. Stewart back out there for City. This is Tuvey. Oh, Field almost losing possession. Created half a chance. Rigon. McGregor. All in all tackle on Shane Rigon. But Wadi, as always, has a little to say. Field. Pressure applied by Glanville. Field able to get the kick away. And I reckon Field had a few things going through his mind when he saw Glanville coming at him. Biggest tackle of the century. Last week in the Newcastle-Manly match, Glanville on field. Country are with it, back over their own 30. Gidley just beginning to run a little more as Dimmick wrapped him up over the top. Just switches back for Harrigan. Offload from the Chief. Mesha, a dummy, tries to duck under the Gartner tackle. Right on halfway. Billy Dunn, inside pass, a nice one for Richards. And now 40 metres out from the city line. Mesha, Goulet, on for Kosev. He puts a fend on Tuvey. Tuvey hanging on. Hill was driving in there to assist his Manly halfback. Simon on the last tackle. Albert is the flyer again on Hopewadi. Hopewadi has lost it. Will force the knock on. But that's the pressure and the speed of Darren Albert.
The crowd's gone up. Hopewadi, of course, embroiled in plenty of controversy the last couple of weeks playing for the Eagles. And he's made the mistake, and the crowd let him know. But this is a great opportunity now for the countryside. They can just about wrap it up here, you know. A try here would make City have to score twice. And in the wet conditions, they'll find that hard to do.
He might be setting for a blindside play too. Simon is there, and he's lost it at the scrum base. Well, McGregor was around to the right.
It was a great play, that one. Oh, Johnny Simon. Oh, they set themselves for it. And this is what can happen in rugby league. It's a great game. I just might get Steve Roach's opinion, actually, on the prop forwards tonight, if he was a New South Wales selector, how he's seen the battle out there, personally blocked. I've been quite impressed with Paul Harrigan tonight. He's back to his best form.
Well, I'd have to say that, mate. Paul, as we know that he hasn't played that many games. He's only been back for this game. He's slotted in very well. He's really taken the ball up strongly. He's offloaded on a couple of occasions. For mine, the pick is Mark Carroll so far. But I would probably have Carroll and Harrigan on tonight's form, and I'm sure Gillespie will be there somewhere for a player who hasn't played that much this season. He's done well too.
City. Oh, Ward is stung in the Harrigan tackle. Harrigan on Colin Ward. Was just about out cold.
That's not a good look, the eyes. Oh, and a bit of dribble.
Well, this is Colin Ward's representative debut. And he's been smashed senseless in the tackle.
Said he always runs low. Ooh. Well, shoulder. The arm was swinging, but I think the impact was mainly shoulder.
It's a tackle that, well, if I could liken it to one of the Channel 9 team, Mario Fennick, it was more the bicep of Harrigan that has collected Colin Ward. Watch it again.
Let's see where the first impact is. It is shoulder and arm. The bicep area. And whilst it's quite sickening, that tackle for mine was all right.
Colin Ward in trouble. The medical team is out there with him. We'll take a break. Country leading City 6-4. Welcome back to Marathon Stadium. Mark Carroll called into the action. Just before the break, we saw Colin Ward absolutely monstered by Paul Harrigan. 52 minutes gone. And a 2-point lead to Country. Well, I dare say Colin Ward doesn't remember too much about the first 52 minutes.
He's played very well too tonight, Colin Ward. We wrapped all the other props, but he's done his job. He's a worker.
Mark Carroll eyeing off Paul Harrigan as this scrum pack. Deep line set for Country. Gidley tries to get it started. McGregor. Nice defence there from Fittler. McGregor went for the quick play the ball. Advantage played. Fittler came from offside, I thought. Here it is with Richards. 25 metres out from the City line. Some applause from the Country fans predominantly here at Marathon. 20 out from the City line. Simon. Kosev. Straightening up. Squeezed a pass out there to Dunn, who was running through. Simon. Gidley, McGregor. Gidley was looking for the run around. McGregor able to stay on his feet until the last moment. 5 tackles used up by Country. A chance to put some pressure on Brasher. Gidley puts a grubber kick through and Menzies covered up. He was knocked off balance, Gidley, by Darren Centre.
Well, he should have got that ball earlier. Lack of communication there from the Country boys. Saw Paul Harrigan get it on the 5th and he could only offload to Gidley. But this City team doing it very hard, aren't they, to get out of their own half. We've hardly seen them in the opposing half. Tom Radonica's got this countryside fired up. He wants a victory.
Saw Harrigan on Carroll again. Keeping in mind, Harrigan was forced to leave the field early in this match. The news from Blocker was a hip injury. Dimmick. Harrigan really has come back strong. Dimmick has driven to ground. City short of the 40-metre line. Last tackle. Field has to get the kick in. It's down the centre of the park. Sears had positioned himself more to the sideline. He gets a favourable bounce. Matt Sears with it. Confronted by 5 City defenders, and Menzies went low. Darren Albert, dummy half. Just done all that could be asked of him tonight. Darren Albert in his rep debut. The Newcastle winger. Simon. Richards. Held on the 40-metre line. Menzies again the tackler. Centre, rather measure for Kosev. Goulet, can he stride through the tackle of Field? On halfway, Harrigan, Carroll aims him up, comes up with a tackle. 40 metres out from the City line on the last with Kosev. Kosev this time kicking for Pearson. Pearson able to tow it through, but he was over the sideline. Touchy had the flag up.
And Harrigan leaving the field for a well-deserved break. And the crowd favourite here getting a big round of applause as they take this opportunity. Terry Hill working hard in the defence there, communicating with his other players. I was talking to Paul Harrigan's father actually before the game, and he was saying they were very, very concerned about the Chief and the migraines that he has had. There were some stages where he nearly lost his eyesight for a period.
City with it, but on their own 20. They haven't seen much of country territory. Oh, Brasher. McGregor was the man who came up in the tackle, and then a little elbow from Timmy Brasher on his teammate Glenn Morrison, I think it was.
Yeah, that didn't look too good.
Albert.
Didn't look that flash. It was a high shot from McGregor, but it was only a grab around the chin, and then it's Darren Albert on Brasher, and just good ball from Fittler too, by the way. And then it's an elbow here, attempted elbow, I believe. We just saw the tail end of it there. Not the best angle, that one. This might be the one you want to see. Just keep an eye on Tim Brasher. It's a little elbow uppercut for Albert.
We don't know what was going through Brasher's mind, but I think he was smarting from the high shot. Well, Brasher's been put on report here. But you may find the penalty goes the way of City. Manson having played advantage for the high shot from Paul McGregor. And listen to the crowd now. I reckon they'll be buying Manson a drink later. So City get the penalty, but Tim Brasher's the man on report. 7-3 the penalty count. City, Carroll. They're going to just about run off the bench to make the tackle on Spud at the moment. Centre with Field. Here it is with Ricketson. Nice defence from Kosev. Centre, back for Field. Then Fittler. Fittler, wider ball for Rigon and called forward. City just can't get this going.
Well, the pass is flat, to say the least, but the referees and the touch judges have ruled that one forward. And I thought, honestly, I thought that was okay, that pass. Fittler kept going forward. But the boys have livened up, Locker. They're getting into it, son.
Yeah, well, mate, not long left on the clock. 24 minutes to go. Both sides doing it really tough. And just quickly on Colin Ward, he's got bad concussion. He won't take any further part in this game tonight.
I'm just wondering about Josh Stewart too, Blocker. You might be able to check him out. He sort of walked off halfway injured before.
Yeah, Paul, it's a hip injury to Josh Stewart, but he's going to battle on.
Okay.
Country with McGregor. Held up by Brad Fittler. Simon for Bill Dunn. Of course, this the selection trial for State of Origin for New South Wales, and game 1 of the series comes up May 28. From Suncorp Stadium through the hands of Mesha. Sears has lost it. Play on with City. Menzies. There was a chance if he was able to pass to the right. His main objective, though, was to get to the loose ball. Ricketson slammed in the tackle of Richards. Dimmick working here for Hill. Spun away from one tackle, Terry Hill. He's certainly taken a giant step towards winning back a blue jumper tonight, Terry Hill. Brasher. So he has some problems after the match, perhaps, as they look at the video. Ricketson, nice determined run, working the short side into the McGregor tackle. They're now 30 out from the country line. Field cuts out two with a pass for Fittler. Dimmick is standing wide. Now he wants to send the chase on for Hancock. Country are back there. Darren Willis. City looking to try something a little different. They've had very few chances in this second half.
Yeah, they're desperate for a country mistake. They need some big defence here. And I just feel that Brad Fittler stopped running. As Steve mentioned, in the first half, he was running all over the place and looked very threatening. But in this second half, he's just been content to stand and pass.
And now Nick Kosseff. I'll tell you what I am disappointed about so far tonight. I think I'm right in saying William Kennedy is yet to see any football. 22 minutes remaining. I think Bubba Kennedy's still got the rug around him on the bench. Brasher comes back. He's certainly worthy of a chance in this game. William Kennedy, oh, knock on from Rigon, a dummy half on tackle one. Brasher then puts a push on Cherry Mesher. Well, Timmy's all fired up.
Gillespie leaving the field there. Harrigan back on. And you're right about Kennedy. These games are about players getting opportunities to impress. There's Kennedy there. Gillespie just sitting down, and oh, you'd like to see some time for sure.
40 metres out from the City line. Claiming for second tackle there from Brasher. The defence comes swarming in on Mesher. Ricketson and Carroll. Centrefield 35 out. Well, that looked forward. Simon to Harrigan. Harrigan bounces away. An offload again. Mesher, Simon. Simon through the tackle of centre. Then past Carroll. 15 metres out from the City line. Johnny Simon. Right in front of the City posts. Country. A chance on the left. Kosseff. Inside, it's with Harrigan. Back for Sears. Matthew Sears has scored for Country. Great try to the Country side. And they now lead by 6. 10-4 to Country over City.
And they're playing better. Simple as that, the Country side. They put some great passing movements together. They're going forward around the middle of the ruck. And Paul Harrigan, what a blinder he's having. Look at this from the Chief. And then John Simon, this is the best game he's played in probably a couple of years. The strength of the man. And then in the end, it's just too much possession, really, for Country. Getting a lot of ball this second half in good field position. The inside pass. Harrigan again sets it up for Sears. You're not going to stop Sears from about 3 metres out.
Well, Harrigan, 2 offloads in a short space of time. And it created the opening for Matthew Sears to finish off. Matthew Sears played for Country Origin and New South Wales back in '95. But I'm sure if you've been watching Matthew this year, and we've seen plenty of North Sydney, he is well and truly back to his best form. Good kick then for John Simon at 10 points to 4. Out in front. Still meticulous with the setup. John Simon sprayed it a little right, but enough to get the 2. So Country lead by 8. 20 minutes remaining. We'll take a break at 12-4. Welcome back. City now under the gun with this 12-4 scoreline, needing to score twice. And this is the try scorer. 15 metres out from his own line. Richards. Taken by Jim Dimmick. There's certainly the players out there for City to create chances. As Glanville went wide for Country. But in these conditions, so tough. Billy Dunn. Did the spin when he got to the Ricketson tackle. Country with Mesha. Now Harrigan really driving in every run. He's making himself a difficult man to tackle. Simon, last tackle it is for Country. Gidley again wants to run the football. Floated the pass forward to Albert. We'll have a changeover. I don't think you can argue with that one.
Yeah, great idea. Just a slight hitch in the execution there. The ball floated forward. Or did it? It's another line ball one.
Well, the motion from their hands, it did appear to be propelled forward. He tried to dash a few quick metres to make it look like it was thrown backwards. With the hand, it did appear to be thrown forward. Ricketson is with it for City. And only just inside the Country half. It was an individual try from this man, Fittler, that got their points in the first half. It may be an individual spark again that brings the points. There's a hand there from Pearson to knock it down. It'll be a City scrum feed here.
I think the difference amongst the forwards tonight has been that the Country forwards have been able to offload a lot more than their City counterparts. Likes of Harrigan, Gillespie and Scott Goulet and Nick Kossoff. Plenty of ball players there, and they've had support when they've had to offload.
Still time in this match, but it'll be a nice pick-up for Tommy Radonicus if he can win this one, heading into the State of Origin series. The new New South Wales coach, Tommy, who came into this match with his Country team as underdogs. Tuvey, 10 metres from dummy half, and then able to offload. Fittler is with it. A chance for Brad Fittler. Then Dimmick, and back straight into the arms of Nick Kossoff. Country are in possession. McGregor. Again, early in the tackle, Count City making the error. Albert. Simon. Harrigan. He doesn't want to run it that time. Glanville is with it. Oh, he's got a fend on Fittler. Fittler ended up on his rump. Country side of 10 inside their own half. Gillespie, quick hands. They lead by 12 points to 4. 2 tries to 1. Kossoff. Goulet wide. Well held on halfway that time by Fittler. This is McGregor. Simon, very flat line for Country. Gidley, no hole there. As Dimmick and Ricketson made the tackle. Really has been a quiet set of 6 this one. The Simon kick on the last could change all that. Hancock is back. He has Brasher in support. Brasher is with it. Taken in the tackle of Darren Willis. And City start their attack from on their own 20. Hill. Held by Glanville. In the field. Opawati, centre field for the City side. Well handled by the defence of Nick Kossoff. Field. Ricketson. Running straight to halfway. Now the line is set to the right. Rigon decides to go from dummy half. Shane Rigon makes 20 metres. Last tackle for City. They're 30 metres out from the Country line. Tuvey. Field. He's going to kick for his winger, Hancock. Willis is the man turned around for Country. It's come off the hand of Tim Brasher. Goes touch in goal. Manson is going to check with a touch judge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Came off a City player, went forward. So the tap kick, it's a great kick from Craig Field. And once again, they were caught short out there. Plenty of City players coming through. And Brasher knocks it from him.
Country through David Gillespie. So Mesha with Goulet. The changes for Country coming into this match. Goulet was one player called in. There's the crowd tonight. They deserve pats on the back. There's no doubt about that in these conditions. 9,164.
Yeah, that's a pretty good crowd, you know, in view of what's happened here this afternoon and tonight. Plenty of rain about. And I'm sure they've enjoyed the game. It's been a pretty dour contest, but it's some good play in it.
John Simon again kicking on the last. It's been his sort of conditions, John Simon, tonight. Good kicking game. Brasher back for City. Who can he find? Oh, McGregor went a little high again. Hopewadi now with a chance. Fending away from Albert. Here goes Hopper. Simon in support. Oh, the support was there in Butner. Simon, the harassment in the tackle, forced the pass to go astray. McGregor is back for country.
Well, there's no doubt about John Hopewadi. Love him or hate him, he's still a pretty good rugby league player. A great 40-metre dash up the park then. Fens all over the place. Disposed of Albert quite easily. Simon came, and Butner on the inside couldn't handle the pass.
Well, Manson has picked up a knock on here. We'll just go down to blocker. I noticed Brad Fittler has come from the field. On the bench there, Brad Fittler.
Yeah, it's a knee problem for Brad Fittler. He did it in the first half, and they won't use him again unless he's really needed.
Hey, Block, what's the story on Kennedy? Bubba, he's still on the sideline there. Has he lost a leg or something?
No, well, he did. I think you better take that blanket off. The coach mightn't be able to see him, but
yes.
he did get it 5 or 10 minutes in the first half.
City, field, here for Butner. Oh, taken from behind by Gidley. 5 inside their own half, City. Centre. Time running out for this City side. Country on target to repeat their victory of last year. Tuvey, Hancock. Into Brandon Pearson. 35 metres out from the country line. Carroll. No surprise again, Harrigan is there. That was last year, 18-16. Adam Muir scored the match-winning try. Johns, a kick from close range on full time. Ricketson. City are in need of that try right now. Forced back in the tackle of Glenn Morrison. Oh, a second tackle. Manson says play on. It's the last for City. Michael Butner. Now a little closer to the action. Menzies is steaming through on this one. The ball hits the upright. Could it be a City try? Was it a knock-on there? He's going to claim a try here for Daniel Gartner. Did he knock on short of the try line? He did. All but a try from Daniel Gartner.
Oh, he doesn't like it. The in-goal judge ruled on that one. A great little kick. Menzies going for it. There's a collision. Three of the Three Stooges there. Now, has Menzies knocked it on? So I'm not sure if Gartner does. Picked up. And did he have control of the ball? Did he force it? No knock on there. And here comes Gartner. Well, it's hard to see, but you've got to say this. The in-goal judge was right there on the spot.
Menzies was shouldered out of the play by Brandon Pearson. Country survive. And lead by 8. Simon just away from Butner. Only 15 metres out from their own line. Goulet is there for country. Oh, Ricketson got a shoulder from one of his teammates. He came up for the tackle. I think it was Carroll. Richards gets it going here for Gidley. Away from Michael Butner. Matthew Gidley. Junior Kangaroo last year. Shining in top-class football here. Willis just short of halfway on tackle 5. Countryside, Simon. He's been the first choice kicker all night. Gidley's had a couple, but basically it's been all John Simon. Brasher straight into Brandon Pearson and finished off over the top by Glenn Morrison. They will be teammates tomorrow when the Tigers take on the Crushers. Long pass from field. Hopewadi. Ooh, swinging arm over the top from McGregor. That is the clash tomorrow from 4 o'clock in Suncorp Stadium. And Balmain chasing back-to-back wins after that very impressive victory last Friday night over Norths. Here's the penalty to City. McGregor making a second challenge on John Hopewadi. The City side, the restart is with Tuvey. Here comes Carroll. Morrison and Gidley are there first. Just a little over 8 minutes remaining. Ricketson has let no one down with his contribution off the bench tonight. Luke Ricketson. Field. Catch and pass to himself, then a dummy, and McGregor gives him what for in the centres. Now 35 metres out from the country line. Hopewadi has to fend centre away. before getting to the country defence. Tuvey, Field, Buettner, a juggle from Michael Buettner, kicking. Well, his chasers, they're onside, says the touch judge. Put down. Plenty of speed from the men out wide. Hill and Hancock. First glance, I thought they'd got the flying start, a head start.
Well, it seems their major attacking weapon tonight, doesn't it, the City side, is the kick. Bossy. Onside, offside?
Onside, in line.
I thought onside, yeah.
The touchy had the arm outstretched, running down the sideline.
There's a player their tackle now who's had a very strong game again, Nick Kossoff. He's been everything they've done. It's been good tonight, Country. I've got to say, all around the park, though, I thought City might outclass them with their strength in the back row, but Country players have played better.
Morrison gets inside the City half. It's a pleasure in our position to watch a player like Kossoff progress, the improvement in Nick Kossoff. As here goes Darren Albert again chasing this ball. Brasher gets there and then Albert makes the tackle. Well, I didn't have a stopwatch on Darren Albert, but I reckon he covered 50 metres in around about 5 seconds, which will make him the fastest man on earth.
And the players there, they were clapping back on halfway. The ones that didn't chase, a great chase from Albert. He can be pretty proud of his effort tonight. One of the most improved players in the Optus Cup.
Well, vast blocker about the front row forwards tonight. Wing is one position very much wide open in the New South Wales side. We'll just stick with the play for the moment as Brasher has the line drop out. And Albert's the man, very timely, comes up with possession. He's the man being tackled. Blocker, any thoughts on the wing position for New South Wales?
Well, Darren Albert reminds me a little bit of Les Kiss when he came into the Test side in 1986. He really burst onto the scene, and they're similar sort of players. I don't know, mate. It'd be pretty hard to pick him on tonight's form. I think the Country wingers have outplayed them.
There's a pass knocked down, Kossoff. And Tuvey, gee, that was good work from Tuvey. He was the man who made the tackle, then got to the ball, which was on the deck. Just enthusiasm, even at this stage. 5 out from full time. Brasher. Some loose play from City. The chance is almost gone now for City. Field. A dart for 10 metres and still going, Craig Field. Held by Paul McGregor. Again, we'll have our Nokia man of the match shortly. I think it will come from the Countryside. Bump off there from centre on Mesher. On their 40-metre line, Tuvey. Hopewadi is close again. Rigon was the man that Tuvey elected the pass to. Halfway. Hopewadi. Field, it was a high pass from Hopper. It was the last play. Albert again, perfectly positioned. And back will come Darren Albert. Albert, again, taking off quickly. He got through the Rigon tackle. Centre held him up. Country, Simon. Simon straightening up to halfway. Held by Gartner. And now Sears. Scored the try in the second half. It's been the only points of the second half. Sears try, Simon goal. Simon across. Glanville almost through the tackle of Ricketson. Now 35 metres out from the City line. The fans here in Newcastle hoping for a big Country finish. Harrigan not able to offload that time. Last tackle for Country. Gidley setting himself for a left foot field goal. Well, he struck it well, Matthew Gidley. Sweet off the boot. Well done from the young bloke, Matthew Gidley. 13 points to 4 to Country, and Matthew Gidley won't hit one better than that from 35 out.
And he's had a very strong game tonight as well. Quite limited opportunities for him really in these conditions. And maybe he's had a go. They picked the score on the footy tab, went for the extra point. 13-4. And the eyes and the face say it all. He turned his back. Thank you very much.
And he really is the local hero, a product of Newcastle West. Well, there's a short kick-off. You won't see worse from Craig Field.
That's the worst ever.
It's a negative 5-metre kick.
Oh.
Well,
I saw he was playing golf at Monash the other day. Hit a 5-iron like that. It was a shank.
Country get the ball. Short kick off, the right idea. Execution gets 0 out of 10. 40 metres out from the City line. Country leading by 13 points to 4. Gidley. Here it is. Kennedy's out there. He's like a stranger. Albert. Now Cherry Mesher. Slow play the ball. Gillespie. Simon. Kosev. There's numbers here for Country. Sears trying to cut through, but Tuvey kept sliding across to make the tackle again for this City outfit. 25 metres out. Kosev in motion. Butner and Hill in defence. 15 metres out. If Country score here, it'll be a resounding win. Simon kicking across field. Hopewadi has had his hands full. Rigon's the man who flies high. This time Albert's with it. It comes back for Morrison. Then for Gidley. Then for Kennedy. And come in spinner. William Kennedy. We've seen basically nothing of the Tigers centre tonight, but he's the man of the moment right now.
No, he's having a blinder, Kennedy. He's hardly seen any airtime at all, but Country really rubbing it in now. This is a great get there from Albert. Fantastic stuff. He's had an absolutely marvellous game as well. Morrison's done his part. Gidley's there. And Bubba. Oh, blinder.
William Kennedy, a real product of Country football. He made his debut in first-grade football only last year at the age of 27. He played Country firsts in 94 and 95, and tonight in the big time, a 4-pointer.
You know, the only thing going against these Country blokes tonight as far as selection goes for the New South Wales team is that they will not pick the side for probably another month. 18th of May is when the Queensland side picking their team. I would imagine New South Wales doing it the same night. And I'm just wondering, probably Country form might be forgotten from this game. But if you're picking it tonight, you'd probably find maybe 60-70% of players in the team coming from the Country team.
With Darren Albert on tonight is the first winger picked, and this in a match in conditions which certainly don't suit wingers, but everything he's done has been right on the money from Darren Albert. We mentioned earlier the last match between City and Country here in Newcastle was a 20-point win to Country, and that was the biggest win for quite some time. This is going to fall not too far short of that mark. 13 points the margin as Simon has this kick from the sideline. Simon then, the right footer. Will this one swing back from John Simon, coming around the upright. Unsuccessful, John Simon. 17-4, Country over City. Countdown is on from the fans. There'll be no time for the restart. Here was the try again with Morrison, Gidley, and then Kennedy. A great moment for William Kennedy. But that's the end of the first ARL representative match of the year. And Country have made it back-to-back victories. 17 points to 4 and cement a smile on his face. He certainly wasn't expecting to come back to representative football. Try scorers tonight for Country: McGregor, Sears and Kennedy. Simon 2 goals and a Gidley field goal. And City a lone try in the first half, a solo effort from their captain Brad Fiddler. But few could argue with tonight's result in front of a crowd of just over 9,000. Shortly, Steve Roach will have our Nokia $1,000 man of the match and Paul Vaughton to wrap things up. And right now, the Country fans celebrating. We'll take a break. Country 17, defeating City 4.